Hey guys, Running Kimono here. So today's video is going to be about something that I noticed in a store yesterday. Because yesterday when I was out and about for the 50% sale, I think I went to like 5 different Dollar General stores. And of the 5, I think two managers came up to me to talk specifically. Like, hey, how are you doing? Let's chat. I haven't seen you in a while. Because I'm quite friendly, and usually I do the surveys, and then when the managers see me walk into the store the next time, they run up to me right away, thank me for doing awesome surveys. If you give them really high marks, they will love you like immediately. Run up to you and thank you, because a lot of them, those surveys mean a lot more than you actually understand or ever know. So anyhow, for a couple stores that I really, really like, I always give them like the top grade because I'm that person. You know what? It takes an extra couple minutes of my day, but it helps out the store and it'll help out the employee. So I'm always the first to do that. And I write very thoughtful critiques, and it's always, very, very flattering. So anyhow, that being said, so whenever the managers see me, they want to run up right away and say, "Oh, it's the survey lady. Thank you," and they know it's me. So anyhow, this one store I did visit, and I have given them really top grades before in the past. Of course, when you're looking through bins like this and going through the clearance merchandise, it is quite the treasure hunt. And when I was walking in, I noticed an extreme couponer, and she was terribly disorganized, and she probably had 50 coupons that the cashier had to scan, and they were all over the place, and she was still clipping coupons while she was at checkout, and nothing cohesively made sense. The manager was helping her. There was a huge line of elderly people behind her, and this madness kept going. And I had found like I found, I think, 2 Swiffer packs and like some Febreze at the store, and then I picked up a cat food. It was one quick transaction. I was not going to tie up a line. Digital and paper, in and out, and I would be on my happy little way. And I was this woman who's an extreme couponer. I could tell that the way that she was talking, she was really trying to um, ingratiate the manager and just kind of build a rapport with her. And I could sense that something like the manager was irritated. I'm a human being, and I could just you could just feel it on some people, when they're helping you and being professional, but they're not their usual self. Because I know this woman, and she's usually really, really kind, but she was just trying to assist this woman in the fastest way. So anyhow, after another lane opened up, and then all of these elderly people. We're in the store early in the morning, so there's some older people. They all kind of assembled behind this other cashier, but I waited behind the extreme couponer because part of me was nosy, and I kept my mouth shut. I didn't announce like, "Hey, couponer here," but I was just watching her, and she was trying to compensate, like, "Oh well, my day's a hot mess, and this is why everything's a mess." And it's like, no, you should have had all that organized for her from go. You just don't present a bunch of stuff and then find something in the bottom of your wallet and find something at the bottom of your purse and just keep like whipping stuff out. Like, you got to have your math to a science, be organized. Like, everything that I advocate, this woman was doing the opposite of. Finally got her bill together. It was massive. I think she had presented, I'm going to say, like, she had a lot of items, but I think she had like 50 plus coupons with that. And typically with a sales event, I break it up into smaller ones. I don't like have a monster like that because that leaves you room for mistakes. But anyhow, that was her dealio. And she wanted to punch in her phone number at the very end in case there were more coupons. So she did that. And then the whole cash register just choked. And it took another like 10 minutes to jog it, to remedy this so the coupons would aggregate and stuff. And I don't even think a single coupon came off because it was all like paper coupons that she had presented. So at this point, the couponer leaves the store. I'm next in line because I wanted the other people who were not couponing to have the other cashier because, I only had a handful of coupons. Like, it was very few, and I just found a couple Swiffer kits at the store, and I wanted cat food and, and the Febreze. So some of it was digital, and I think I had one paper coupon. So anyhow, the cashier scanned the like 3 or 4 items and then the one coupon I had, and then I punched in my phone number. And then she looked at me and she knew who I was. And she's like, "Listen, I really appreciate how very organized you are." And I'm like, "Oh, absolutely." And she's like, "You won't believe, some people who come in here, they present, you know, she's like, we're happy for the business, but she's like, it's the damn digital coupons if they choose to load every single one. So right now, as you can see, top right hand side, it says 60 items. So I have 60 digitals loaded to the store cart. And that's typically what I aim for, is no more than 60 or 70. Like, I don't go crazy. But if you in fact load every single coupon to your store card, and then you're buying a very large amount of items, and then having for every item that you buy, it takes up something called a line. So say you're buying, for example, this is like pie in the sky, 100 items. Okay, so that creates 100 lines in your receipt. And then if you have 100 coupons, there's 200 lines now on that receipt. And then when you punch in your phone number, if you have 200 plus coupons loaded to your store card, it will choke the register, literally dragging it to its knees. And especially at some of these older stores, it just happens. And so anyhow, the manager was saying, she's like, never load all 200 coupons. She's like, because it will cause major problems at checkout. And she explained to me that this woman who showed up, on multiple accounts, she had the full 220 or whatever the cap is right now loaded to her store card. So for every transaction she was doing, which were monsters, her paper coupons plus the digitals plus the line limit, it just created a perfect storm. And the manager attempted to be as nice as she could. But from when I walked in, found my Swiffer products, my other couple little odds and ends that I was finding, she was still on that first transaction. Like, that is jarring. And I walked the perimeter of the store to look for a couple things that I was like specifically searching for. And this woman just like, I could hear her voice because she was, the couponer was talking really loudly. And just what really made me the most upset was that it's not the couponing, guys. It's the fact that this woman was so deeply disorganized, and the fact that she wouldn't own anything. So the fact that she had to clip a bunch more coupons, the fact that she didn't have everything organized, the fact that she was off with her math, the fact that, everything was the computer's fault, Dollar General's fault, Dollar General headquarters fault, Friday morning's fault. She wouldn't own anything of, I'm really disorganized. Maybe I should step aside, get my stuff together, get my math together, and then come back. And then present everything in a certain fashion where things would be boom, 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 quick, easy. And the manager was still nice as pie with this lady, trying to help her out, but I could just see the frustration. And in this instance, guys, this is going to sound totally foreign. I'm not siding with the couponer. I have to say, with the manager, this couponer just wasn't cool with her because she just wasn't organized. And the bad part of this is, okay, if it was just another cashier, it just puts a really terrible taste in that person's mouth of what a couponer does. Like a person that shows up disorganized, and then when they don't get their way, they start getting loud about, it's the computer's fault, it's this person's fault, it's that person's fault, it's not my fault because I don't make mistakes. But no, hey lady, accept 50% of the blame. You're not organized. And also, by loading every single digital coupon, you're adding another 5 to 8 minutes per transaction. And yeah, we all know that these registers are really old, and they're from the time that probably when the stores were built in the 50s. Some of them, they're really old machines. So just to add every single coupon, it really brings the cash register to the knees, and you just have to expect that. And just the fact that she was presenting these excuses so fast and furiously, and nothing was her fault, and I was right behind her, and literally my checkout was like less than a minute. Like, it was so fast because I was coupons in hand, ready to go. And I just think there's a lesson here. Definitely don't load every single coupon. Load them as you need them. Usually they show up on Sunday, and then load the hot ones. But some of the stuff that you're never ever going to use, like say, it's only ladies in the household, and you're going to like load like men's Dollar General aftershave and like stuff you would never use, like just don't load it, because it will expedite the checkout process substantially if you don't have every single coupon loaded. And that's what the manager was telling me. She's like, that one thing, she's like, especially if you're doing transactions back to back to back, she's like, an extra 5 to 8 minutes per per person. And she's like, that's just crazy, because in a smaller store, like out in the country, it can literally cripple a line. And then if there's like 10 other customers behind, they don't really enjoy that, and they don't really like couponers after that. So just a little food for thought, guys. And I'm sorry if this is going to rub some people the wrong way, but I really think that this couponer was not in the right. I'm explaining this to you guys because if you are organized, your math's on point, you have your coupons in hand, and you are organized and don't have 220 coupons loaded to your store card, the checkout will go smoothly and you are in control. You're totally in control. So be organized, guys, because that is a form of control over at the Dollar General. That's it for this video. I'll catch you in the next one.